Yes, that's me on the piano, Mr. Chris Flores. Just trying to show you guys a little culture, a little classical music there. Welcome everybody to Palmetto Cats Live on another awesome Wednesday night. I hope everybody is having a great day. I know I had a pretty good day. I'm worn out. I just told Steve we had a basketball game last night and had to, stay up late and supervise that. But we're here. We're here to have a good time. This is kind of like a relaxing time for me, but I got Steve Douglas in the basement, but first of all, I want to thank all of my awesome Boom Squad members. You saw the intro there. The intro is for you guys. I update it every week just to say thank you. Again, River Whiskers, the Diamond Squad for 2 years, and then we got our some Gold Squad members about to be there for 2 years. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you shown me over these couple years. Appreciate it. Um, and then, other than that, just thanks everybody for being here tonight. We got 66 people loaded up right now. We're broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook across the world. So I hope everybody's doing well tonight. All right, let's bring up Steve, the main event. What's going on, Mr. Douglas?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, man, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're here to talk about probably the most anticipated fishing show ever coming up next
Yeah,
month.
yep, we're excited about it. We've got a lot of moving parts, of course, but yeah, we're real excited about what's happening. I'm just hoping I can execute everything the way I envision it in my brain. I'm sure it's not going to happen, but I hope everybody just knows my intentions are, are good.
Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but I think that you and Hervé and the whole team we have loaded up some awesome events and awesome experiences for everybody to come,
Yeah,
and to expect all of it to go flawlessly is kind of silly. But adding Crappie to the show is just, I mean, has blown it up. Like, it's a different experience now.
well, I mean, I think most catfishermen like crappie fishing. I know I did. I mean, I kind of liked crappie fishing before I really got into catfishing, but YouTube kind of forced me into the catfishing. It was the niche that
Mhm.
blew me up, so I stuck with it. But I'm kind of like a
Smart
guy
move.
that woke up from a 20-year coma, and I'm back. I want to get into the crappie stuff now, so it's fun. I mean, I'm not going to give up catfishing by any means. I
Yeah.
love that too, but there ain't nothing like a big old crappie on the other end where you know you're gonna fix and eat a sandwich.
Yeah, and most of our people in the chat are catfishermen, catfisher women, and catfishing anglers. But even if you don't like to actively target them, some people, and Jody put it in the chat, some people like to use them for bait. So if you
Yeah,
can learn anything about crappie at the Catfish Crappie Conference,
yep.
and if you don't even like to eat them, at least you can learn how to catch them better for bait.
Yeah, there. I think you can use them in Tennessee for bait. I believe we can't use them here in Kentucky, but
Not here either.
you should be able to. Like Taylorsville Lake, I know them big old blues are eating all them crappie that hang around all
Oh
that
yeah,
river and stuff. So,
you know
but
it.
anyway, we're still fishing for them. It's a lot of fun. We got a lot, like I say, a lot of moving parts this year because of
Yeah,
that. But I've had to double up on everything.
yeah,
Double up on seminars,
yeah.
bases, and
Mhm. Everything's bigger and requires more attention. I want to thank Freddy's Outdoor Adventures for the boom motor. He said, "Motoring, let's get the pre-catfish crappie conference party started." And Freddy's Outdoor Adventures owns FOA Customs. He'll be there with his rods and his spooks and his hooks. He'll have his own booth there, so you make sure you guys check that out. You got a little free advertisement right there, or no, paid advertisement, I guess. Uh, I got a fella here fishing with Chad. He asked if you would unban him from the conversation.
Hey, I just walked right into a feud last night on one of them lives or something. I'm watching these guys, and I like to turn on stuff that motivates me while I'm deep in thought with like Photoshop and stuff, doing
Yeah.
things. So I'm listening to this guy, and apparently Keith Robinson made Mr. Chad mad or said something yesterday, and Chad banned Keith Robinson from the thing.
Uh huh.
So I guess Chad was over there kind of talking some smack, and then Keith called me and says, "Hey, we're going to write this to him tell them that Chad is banned from CatCon. So it was a it
Hooks
was
and
kind
Hammer
of
says, "Do not free Chad," and he's a part of the CatCon crew. So I mean, we kind of have to listen to Chris.
fun.
Got another super chat from the Weekend Angler, $10. Who else is counting nowadays till CatCon? I know that Smurf Eric is. He put up the post earlier, and it's too far for me to put up. But if you want to put that up, buddy, again, I think it's 33 days. 33 days.
I
Yeah.
just started too. You know, we got back from Kansas, and that's when I started on it. And I don't it don't seem like I've come up out of this chair since Kansas.
I can't imagine, man.
So just get on the phone and call a lot of people and get a lot of no's, and but you get some interest, and they call you back, and then they start hearing it's a good show, and then you start picking more people up. So, but yeah, I think this is going to really show a lot of folks that it's crappie and catfish it's kind of a crossover.
Yeah. It is a crossover. And I wonder, there it is, Super Smurf Eric Fishing, 30 days till CatCon. Just to let you know, Steve, he does that in everybody's chat. So he's promoting the conference every day that he goes into a chat.
Good deal.
Way to go, Eric.
We appreciate. Was he the Smurf Man? Is that who it is?
Yeah, he was there last year, Kentucky, but his screen name is Super Smurf Eric Fishing.
I got you.
And he's in everybody's chat putting that up. Weekend Angler says ban Chad D's okay though. That's his wife. And Chad and D were at the conference last year too.
You know, by the way, Dieter Melhorn, our friend Dieter Melhorn, he did they did an interview with me last year and made me look so cool on video. I mean, it was really, I didn't think, but he also did one with Hervé today.
Yeah.
Did you see it with Hervé? That was
I watched video.
It today. I mean, that was real with Hervé. I've never seen Hervé. Hervé really truly likes to help people.
JG, that's Hervé. That he said, who's the Swedish gentleman that helps with marketing? That's Hervé.
That's Hervé. Yep, Hervé Drompt. He's my business partner in all this shenanigans. I'm the guy that gets everybody through the door, and he's the man behind the scenes that coordinates a lot of other things that need coordinating, like legal stuff and insurance and marketing. He does real good marketing too.
All the nerd stuff.
All the techie stuff, yeah. Well, I mean, and then he loves that tech stuff, though. I took him out fishing. Well, I went with him fishing.
I saw that video too.
And he caught right on the live scope. He was like military level stuff.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of folks don't know this, but Hervé was a fighter pilot for I think, Swedish Army, however you say
Yeah,
that.
I heard that. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, we got a lot of things going on for CatCon. Everybody's into it now. Everybody's got their experience. So
yeah, man. We got Ernie the Hog Snatcher. He said, "Can't wait to meet both of you at CatCon." Man, Ernie, I can't wait to meet you either, man. I've been following you on.
I've heard a lot about the Hog Snatcher. Isn't he up in Washington D.C. or something?
Yeah, he's up there with Haz and Chuck
Yeah.
and all those guys, and he does most of his live content on TikTok, but he also posts videos on YouTube. So Ernie has been nothing but nice to me online, and just a super good dude, fun to watch too. So you guys check out Ernie the Hog Snatcher if you haven't already.
Well, I'm glad to hear that we've got some more YouTubers are coming. That I like to see the growth in that as well. And look, and it wouldn't really be as big as it was if it hadn't been for you too, Kevin. You coming in helping us grow this. You've been a big part of that too. I mean,
I appreciate it, man.
I always try to bring in a rally. That's for sure. We've had them since the beginning, but with your Golden Whisker Awards, you've just helped solidify this big, huge community, and I appreciate you for that too.
Well, no problem, man. If anything you said is true, I appreciate it. It's been my honor. I don't really take recognition well, but I appreciate your comments. I really do. Two Stands Fishing, boom, boom, bam. Can't wait for the conference. And we'll get
I think we just recruited him for a little job. I need some folks to do some stuff to take a little stuff off my plate during the conference. If any of my YouTuber friends want to,
yeah, and I've been kind of putting it out there. If anybody on the YouTube side or non-YouTube that is someone we know that we can count on, if you want to help out, just contact me, palmettocats@gmail.com, or message me on Facebook or something, and I'll hook you up with Steve. That's kind of been kind of my avenue, is just kind of take that side from Steve so that he can focus on the main thing, and then I just throw stuff in there and he approves it and stuff. So
Yeah.
so just let me know if you want to help out. Adding crappie to the I said crappie instead of crappie. Adding crappie to the show is just made it bigger and bigger. We got another super chat from Wayne Huska, and then we're gonna get into the nuts and bolts here. Thank you, buddy. Thank you and happy birthday, Wayne Huska. It's Wayne Huska's birthday, everybody. Wish him happy birthday in the chat. Muddy River Catfishing said, "I'm bringing my pouches, Steve."
Okay. Well, here's the thing.
What does that mean? What does pouches mean?
I do things before I think about them. I think about it and say, man, that's cool. Let's do that. And then I just jump in. But I've got this pool that I just started, and it's an oval pool.
Oh yeah.
Now I got to figure out how to put water in it, because I've done cut it. It's not a pool size. I want to have about 4 inches of water in it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get a bunch of bags of mulch to maybe build up a thing around it to put this on it. Okay. So I'm gonna need some help unloading some mulch and building a big berm to put this 21 by 42 pool in, so we can make the dock shooting contest. I didn't think about all this through when I announced all this. That's a lot of work for me. So
a lot, but
and I'll do it. No, I'll do it. But
yeah, so if you're in town that Thursday, I guess, Steve.
Yeah.
If they want to stop by the convention center and lend a helping hand, you would have let them in to help.
Yep.
All right, just let me know if you're coming, guys, so we know who to expect. Again, it would be easier for me. I see people putting in a chat like Mike Greenwell. Thank you so much, Hooks and Hammocks. He gave me $5 super chat. I will gladly take a beating for Catfish and Crappie Conference.
Yeah, you done took one beating.
But yeah, just email me, let me know. Chris Flores said carpenter pouches is what he did.
Yeah, Chris was going to help me design and do all this dock shooting facility.
And we're going to get into that, guys, if you don't know what that is. Weekend Angler said, Kevin, can you make sure that Steve doesn't have any intention of beating me up at CatCon? He'll probably get the reference.
Who's that? Oh, yeah. I do get the reference, but I don't understand the commercial. I think he took that off of a movie or something, another commercial. It kind of reminds me of something, but I don't know exactly what his thing was based on.
Huh.
And I wanted to ask him that, but I never have.
There you go. Let's see. Another big super chat, $20. Thank you, James. Cool Cats Fishing. He said, Steve, can't wait for CatCon and to pick up my rod rack and holders for my new. Thank you for the ideas you gave me for the setup. So that's to you, Steve.
Cool.
Let's see. I guess he meant for his new boat.
New boat, yeah, I had to.
Awesome. Well, let's get into it. Muddy River said no running for Steve this time. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame that. That wasn't old man stuff. That was flip flop malfunction stuff.
Oh yeah, when you fell down.
yeah. That was flip flop malfunction.
Man, leave it to Chris to bring up some. I do want to mention something, Steve. I've been meaning to tell you. I should have told you when I called you, but how's Robert E. Watkins? Before I get that, how's the learning curve on Steve on crappie?
We're learning, Robert. Robert's a gentleman that reached out to me and helped me gather a vendor or two. He's kind of local around here, and he's seen me looking for vendors, and he reached out, and I think it's Bait Pop is who helped me get in. Okay. So, and I told him I tried to get over and fish with him sometime.
I just said, welcome to the stream, Robert.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So, Steve, and thanks to you and Chris from Catfish, I'm down 7 pounds, Steve. I started doing a diet kind of like yours, low calorie. I'm trying to keep under 1,000 calories a day. It's not working. I've only got to it's working, but I haven't hit 1,000 yet. But man, I've lost 7 pounds in about 8 days. So thank you for the motivation, man. You and Chris Kramis from Catfish.
Hang with it, man. Just realize if you can lose about a quarter pound a day, a
Yeah,
quarter pound a day. That don't sound like much, but
yeah,
you
I
make
get it.
that
Yeah,
goal and just keep doing it, and the next thing you know, your pants are gonna be falling off.
yeah. Y'all aren't gonna recognize me when I get there. I'm gonna be all slim. If I can keep it up, man.
Now,
All right.
stick with it.
Yeah, I will. All right, let's get into the show here. Let's talk about something that there's a lot of YouTubers in here. Talk about this: the YouTube promotional contest, the best video ad of the year, People Choice Awards. Talk about that.
That's just something I kind of come up with to kind of wanted to reward some of the YouTubers out there with, and I know they like to do the little fun videos, and everybody I've said that's done one has said it's been fun. Thank you for putting this on, but we're just going to kind of it's just all for fun is really what it is, and it is to kind of help bring people to the conference.
Yeah.
But we do this for the people. We try to make money at things, but it don't always work.
Yeah, I think I tried to explain that to somebody the other day. It's like, it'd be nice to make money, but you definitely can't lose money. And so getting people there will help ensure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because, uh, I was talking to somebody else and even another person who's a small vendor or wants to be a small vendor there in the future. They're a local here in Cross, South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
Um, he said, I just don't know about affording a booth and going up there and spending all this money. I said, well, obviously you want to break even when you go up there, but to get your product out there, you're going to have thousands of people there looking at your stuff. So for a smaller vendor, that's kind of a plus. So to get all these people in, and I'm sure the bigger vendors are like, no, I need to make money.
Hmm.
But the smaller vendors that are just starting out, like FOA Customs, I'll use Freddie as an example. He's gonna be exposed to so many different people that would have never otherwise found him. Because us YouTubers, we like to think that everybody watches the YouTube, but I can guarantee you that half of them have never heard of us that are coming to the conference.
Hmm.
And now with the YouTube influence getting bigger and bigger at CatCon, maybe that number is growing. But there's a lot of people that come there that are just local that Hervé and you have advertised to through the internet that have never heard of
Right.
Steve Douglas or Palmetto Cats or fishing and stuff.
Hmm.
So the exposure is worth millions.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is really for networking. It's just to grow the sport. I mean, you got anglers can network with other anglers. You got anglers can network with the companies. You got companies can network with the companies. It's just you can find a lot of stuff here at the Catfish Conference. It's
Yeah,
for the people. It's and like I say, it's really. I mean, you can't really look at it coming into it like I want to make money. Yeah, you can make money at it,
yeah,
but you also got to look at it. I mean, if you put out an ad in the paper, they're going to charge you for that. So you got to look at this like more of an advertising thing, like you said. You
yeah.
know, where else are you going to find 5,000 targeted people coming to look at your stuff uh, all at one time? I mean, it's that's the kind of way they got to look at it.
Yeah, yeah. That's a good point. Buck Williams said, I'm surprised there are no fishing video game folks going to be there. That's something I never thought about. Like,
Fishing video games. I don't know what that is.
like people who fish online, like they
I
play a
don't know
video
nothing
game that's
about that.
fishing.
Is that a real thing? They
I
fish
guess so.
online?
I know that there's Real and Virtual Outdoors is a YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to him. He comes in our chat sometimes, but he plays fishing videos and along with other fishing video games, along with other games online. That
Ah,
might be. I mean, shoot, that might be something for the future to think about. Bug, that's a good point. All right, so this YouTube thing. So anybody who's in chat who's got a YouTube channel, if you put out a promotional video for the Catfish Conference, you could possibly win a hotel room. Right? Is that what it is?
yep, hotel room. And if you've already got a hotel room, we'll give you cash. I mean, we're easy. This was just designed to be fun.
Yeah.
And like I say, we're going to put you, and we can kind of legitimize the whole thing, put you on our website,
Yeah.
because if you win something like that, if you're really trying to do something with YouTube, and I call it a creator's portfolio, but it really is. I mean, if you're building a portfolio every time you do a video, but if you win this award at the Catfish Conference, I mean, that's kind of a pretty big thing.
I didn't think
It
about
can
that.
it can be a big thing, I think.
Yeah.
Um, and that's kind of what I'm looking at. I mean, anybody that wins it, I'm assuming they're going to brag because I know I would. Hey, I won the YouTube Best Choice Awards, and I mean, we'll have it every year. I mean, it'll have to change, and
Uh-huh.
new people will come in. It'll be fun. And it's all this is designed to be just community, family oriented,
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
if you want serious stuff, go to a catfish tournament or a crappie tournament. That's where you'll find your serious stuff at.
Yeah. DMV Whisker King's in the house. He said, "What's up? Catching them fish? What's going on, guys? Thanks everybody's coming in. I know I'm not shouting everybody out, but if you have a question or an awesome comment, I'll put it up there. It's just, we got a lot to cover, and there's 104 people here, so we want to make sure we get that information out. So all you have to do is upload a video and share it to the Catfish Conference. Tag Catfish Conference in it. They have a Facebook page. We have a YouTube channel that's grown over 12,000 subscribers in the past year. Thanks for everybody who had a part in that.
Yeah, and it can be a serious video. I mean, I know a lot of YouTubers have been through past conferences, so they've got footage already. So they may be able to make a serious video. But most of the ones that are coming in are like real fun.
They've been hilarious.
Yeah, been real fun. So we don't really care how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
again, it's just all fun.
Yeah. So yeah, make that
but-
video. They'll put up. There'll be some kind of voting system. Keep checking back to the Catfish Conference website, and like you said,
we're gonna let the people decide who they like the best.
Yep, and if you win, you'll get a free weekend stay for the Catfish Conference at a hotel. And if you already got your hotel room, Steve said he'll reimburse you for your hotel. So that's a great incentive right there. I mean, that's going to save you several $100. So guys, get your videos in or get your videos.
And we're having a nice bragging plaque too.
Yeah, a plaque. Yeah, I read that on there also. Mm-hmm. All right, moving on, guys. I want to talk about something that I've come up with is a blacklight booth. This is something new. I'm working with obviously Steve and Tackle Bandit. Tackle Bandit has a giant trailer that they bring. Tackle Bandit's probably one of the biggest vendors at the Catfish Conference every year. And they clean out their trailer to make their setup. And so I'm working with Nate and Jeremy over there to make a blacklight booth. Bringing all my black lights down. We're going to plug them up and light up the whole trailer. And Tackle Bandit is going to take all of their rods and lines and anything that glows under blacklight and put it in that trailer so you can walk through for free and see how things look under blacklight. Blacklight fishing has become insanely popular due to a lot of YouTube channels and TikTokers. And so if you're interested in getting a blacklight setup, not only can you see the stuff that glows in the dark, but you can see the blacklights that I brought. I have some that are battery operated, and I have some that plug in for power, so you can check those out. I think it's going to be really cool.
You got black lights that you can literally take in the field with you on a fishing trip. Now, if you're not on a boat, if you're on a bank or something.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I have some that you can. So the ones I use are battery operated. I charge them up and I take them out there. They last about 4 to 5 hours. And then I have a couple that are, that plug into a battery. You just bring a battery inverter. A lot of bank fishermen that are YouTubers, they have a battery inverter and basically a car battery, and they plug it into that and they light up their show all night. So yeah, I'll have both there so you can see it. Again, that's going to be at the Tackle Bandit booth. So you just come walk through the booth, and if you see something you like, Muddy River catfishing, then you can go out there and purchase it. Chris Flores said he's going to put a cot in his trailer and charge 30 minutes for naps. Better make it free, Chris.
Hey, I took my couch to the Kansas City one. You remember that lady? She sat there for 4 hours on that. On that.
That was a great idea, Steve. You better bring that couch to Louisville, or you're going to make some people upset.
Yeah. But she said she turned her husband loose. He walked around for 4 hours. She sat there. I thought, man, is she ever gonna get up?
Yeah.
She had her little book there reading it.
Yep. Catfish Cook-Off is coming back. The 4th annual Catfish, that's going to be on that Friday at 1 p.m. And Two Stands is going to be your MC for it. Is that correct?
That is correct. He has come to my rescue. Here's another one of the moving parts. I really like to have this cook off. It's kind of become a mainstay with the Catfish Conference, but I can't run everything that I got to do. So I need to pass the torch to some people, and like I appreciate everybody that's jumped up to help me. But Two Stands will be doing the emceeing for the 4th annual Catfish Cook Off.
Awesome.
But unfortunately, our defending champion messaged me today and said he couldn't make it due to some health problems. So
we hate to hear that.
I do believe our 2-time champion, Derek
will be there.
Yeah, will be coming back to take the title. He's hoping.
Yeah. Well, and I asked Steve. I said, "Well, now we need to have a crappie cook-off." But Steve quickly reminded me that you can't sell crappie in the state of Kentucky. So, and you can't really.
Do they have crappie farms? I don't know if they have. I don't know. I know they have catfish farms.
That might be worth looking into. I'm not saying. I know it's another thing, but I mean, if you have a catfish cook-off, are the crappie people going to be like, "Come on, Steve, I need to cook some sacalade"?
Well, I know that Wally Marshall guy has the world's largest crappie cook down at his thing. So I don't know if they're going out and catching these crappie and cleaning them or what, but we're kind of under some strict rules with that facility down there. You can't. I mean, just like we tried to get the food for the people and it ended up being $50. That's crazy. But it's the same thing with anything we do down there. It's going to be expensive.
Yep. So we're gonna try. Can people donate to the cause? Yeah, I think one of the things is that you can buy catfish, and that's what Steve does. He buys the catfish fillets, and that way everybody starts off on an even playing field. Because I even thought, well, what if people bring their own crappie? But then you don't know if they marinated it before, or you want everybody to start from the same place. So, when you start mixing up stuff like that, people can get upset because they take it seriously. They really do. Free accept donations. Catching the fish. You have all try my catfish. You need to sign up. So how do they sign up, Steve?
If they I've got a registration form. They sign up. I mean, you can pay, send me a check now, do it, or you can pay me the day of the show. It's a $50 entry fee you pay, and it's you win first place, you get $500 in a plaque. Second place, you get a plaque, and third place, you get a small plaque.
Gotcha. Tony Caton asked if you have he asked earlier, do you need a judge?
A judge?
Yeah.
Oh, Tony Caton. Everybody wants to be a judge, of course.
I want to be a judge. Come on, man.
Yeah, I already got them secretly lined out.
Oh, okay. So French fries, give the crappie for free. I meant so you can't buy crappie fillets. Dieter Melhorn said, "Good evening, everyone. Hope you're going to make the CratCon 2020." I don't think that name's going to stick.
No, it ain't going to
stick. There's Avid. Let's see. Tackle Bandit needs a cot for Kevin in the trailer. Yeah, the blacklight room. All right, let me see. Get back to the bottom here. Yep. All right, people just saying hey to each other. All right, so we got catfish, the crappie cook-off there. Another thing that is going to be new is the fishing knot contest. I'm sponsoring this. And Amy Payne from 3+1 Outdoors, and Stan put up the link to register for the cook-off. Thanks, Stan.
Yeah, thank you.
It's going to be each day The 3 knots you have to tie are an easy snell, a polymer knot, and an improved clinch knot. The fastest times wins. We have 3 divisions. We have an open division, a ladies division, and a youth division. The knot tying will be open from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. both days. That'll be over there by the YouTube rally area. And so all you got to do is come over there during one of those times, and you can definitely compete. It'll be by time only. You won't compete against anyone, like duel anybody. But what I'll have is this giant hook over there. I'm going to make myself bigger here, Steve. Hang on. You got this giant 28 odd hook. I am going to put some duct tape on here so people are safe. Steve's like, "What are you going to do with that tip there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to put some duct tape on it." But you use this big knot and this giant swivel. I don't know if people's ever seen a swivel that big, but have you ever seen a swivel that big, Steve?
No. I use one almost that big, but not quite that big. That's pretty big.
I mean, that's giant. That's my thumb
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
So basically, what about the old man division? uh, so basically, you'll have to tie an easy snell on the hook with the paracord.
What's an easy snail? I've never heard of an easy snail. I've heard of a snail knot and a reverse snail, but what's an easy snail?
Well, you probably heard of knots that I've never even heard of in my life, Steve. Just saying. But the easy snell is simple. You go through the front of the hook like this.
Don't stab yourself now. It looks
I won't.
dangerous.
And then you got to wrap it around 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you have to take the opposite end, go through the back of the hook, and pull it. That's the easy snell right there.
Okay.
Okay. And then on the swivel, you'll have to tie. You have to tie a polymer knot on the swivel, and then you'll get to choose between another hook or another swivel to tie the improved clinch knot. You won't have to untie the knots like my online contest. But
And it's a time thing.
it's a time thing. Yeah. So y'all have 3 strands of rope there, and I have 2 different stations so we don't get backed up. But you don't have to untie it. You tie it, and then she starts you and stops you and writes down your time and your phone number and your name. And you have winners each day. And I even bought some medals. So you'll get a medal so that's the knot tying tournament youth champ day 2, 2023 CatCon. So you got a cool memorabilia there. And Steve and I are going to work on. I've talked to Jeremy from Tackle Bandit. We're going to work on some prize packs for those as well. So there's nothing you need to do beforehand. If you're at CatCon and you want to participate from 12 to 1 p.m. on Friday and Saturday, or 4 to 5 p.m. on Friday or Saturday, go by and see Amy and just sign up and do it. That's it. It's free. It's free. So.
And that's a fun thing too. That's another fun thing.
Yeah, just something extra to do. I mean, kids can do it. So there's a kids division, a women's division, and an open division. And you just have to claim what you're trying out for. So if you're a female and you want to go do the open division, then just tell them you're doing the open division. If you're a man and you want to do the female division, I'm sorry.
So tell me this. I know you've had your contest before. What's the time to beat on say an easy snail like I just watched you do? What's the time to beat?
Oh man, well Steve, so I've had them do it in less than a minute, all 3, but they had to untie it. So this is not even untying. This is just tying it and getting the okay and moving on to the next one. So they don't even have to untie it. So I imagine you can do it in 30, 45 seconds.
They're going to have the stuff in front of them. Their hands are going to be up.
Yep.
Go. Get there and do it. Okay.
Yep. That's it. And maybe we'll do a video. Maybe I'll do a video and post it. And we can put it on GatCon so people can see how to do it. Paul Smith said, "So looking forward to the Catfish Conference this year. It'll be great to see everyone." Yeah, she's doing great with her cancer, and she's going to come out and
Bring
see
your walking
everybody.
shoes.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
to good to
big
see.
place this time. We almost got 200,000 square feet
Awesome. Oh,
filled.
looks like a bluegill hook. I'm gonna post a seminar. So the seminar times are on Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, I'll have them in here in just a second.
And I'm going to be reposting that too. But we do have one
One that
malfunction
had to
in the
come off.
junction. We
Yeah,
had one cancellation. He had
yeah,
something come up. So
yeah. Cody, no, you can't do the kids division. Nebraska, will there be beer? That's a good question.
I tried that last year, and I ended up babysitting a dude that passed out, and I says no more beer.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
that's it.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, that's what seems to happen. It happens at my school all the time too, and it happens in our government too. When one person messes it up, it's like, what do you do?
Yeah,
Uh
no beer. We're fishing at this place. Not. There's beer joints for that, I guess.
yeah. Robert Watkins, are you gonna have the video game where you catch different types of catfish? I think that was Catch the Fever that had that before.
Yeah, I guys catch the fever, and then I don't know if they still got that machine or not.
Yeah, everybody message Caleb
Yeah.
and tell him to bring it. Let's see. Can't wait to see everybody. Paula said, I'll be there. Bells to ring. Danny Stone said, do we get more space for the YouTube booth this year?
Oh well, we've got pretty good space. We've got pretty good space for it. Why do you need more space? What's Danny Stone got?
I don't know. Danny Stone
Well,
seems to
what
be.
you got on his
Well, I
mind?
think so. There's some people that had, like they were selling some stuff, some merch and stuff. But there's
Mhm.
gonna be those, I think, has got his own booth
Yeah, he
this
got his
year,
own booth this year.
and then so did Freddie. So there'll be less over there.
You
So
know,
maybe there'll
but
be
that's
more.
part of it. If they do a video for me too, a 30-second video, I'm not going to win that thing, but I also let them come up and
Yeah,
set their booth up and sell that merch that
yeah.
their brand, not anybody else's, but theirs.
Yeah. I might have a few shirts there. I don't know. I don't know how much I want to invest in all that. Catfish Katie Collinson, I'm listening and driving. Can't wait to see everybody. Uncle Jeep said, question, will they have a few more chairs at the YouTube space? Yeah, I could help out with move some chairs over there, I
We
guess.
never really even thought about YouTube chairs over there, to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
guess I need to put up some tables and chairs.
But I do think though, now Jeep will be flying in, so we're not talking about Jeep. But like anybody who's driving in, I would suggest bringing a folding chair. Like I bring two, just so that well, number one, you're gonna be more comfortable, and number two, you're not having to go find chairs and all that stuff. But if you're flying in, we'll definitely find some chairs for you.
Well,
Jimmy
see,
Mag-
that's the good things to know. I mean, like I say, I've always got a lot of moving parts, and that's just another one there that somebody brought to my attention. Let's bring more chairs over there. It's not a big thing. I just didn't know it was a
yeah,
need.
it's some you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Chairs will be awesome. Yeah, we're gonna have the swap meet this year, and guys, I need to say this. Like people need to participate in that because this CatCon will be the decider of whether or not we keep that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City, not a lot of people participated in it. Now Kentucky, we had a good bit of people bring in items, but again, that's another thing we can talk about, the fisherman swap shop. You can bring up to 5 items, pay $5, and you can sell your items at the swap shop. And Mike Murillo will be there running that, so you can count on him to kind of keep your stuff safe if you want to walk around and look at stuff. But yeah, 5 new or used items, gently used items to bring, and you can sell them at the swap shop. I do recommend you provide people with a deal. I saw a net at one that was like $5 less than I can get it from brand new, and I was like, yeah.
Right.
FOB will have run. Awesome, cool. Let's see. Let's see. We got a lot of questions. I'm gonna get on with the show, and we'll come back to questions, guys, so we don't get bogged down. Thank you for all the questions. I love the participation. It's awesome. Talk about this, Steve. the veterans organizations that are partnering with.
Yeah, we really like the veteran guys. I've kind of grew up in the Vietnam era back when I was a kid. I mean, it affected me in a different way because I was a young kid in '70, so I know what it's like. Uh, for that, I may not went to the service, but I kind of was involved in that. It did affect me a little bit, but I really have respect for all the guys that go out. They allow me to do what I'm doing, and I want to pay my respect to them. We just let them come on in and spread their, they're doing good things for their organizations too. A lot of these veterans have issues when they come back, and these programs tend to help a lot of veterans. If the veterans will let these guys help them, it will help them. So we love to support them guys. Without them, we won't be where we're at.
Yeah, and it's just a good. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
if you're an organization and you take disabled veterans out, or you do something to help the veterans recover from the PSD, whatever you say that, however you say that.
PTSD.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on in. We'll give you a free booth. You set it up, and you know it's got to be a nonprofit though.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So somebody asked, I think Slime Seeker, how do we support this? Just go by their booths and see and ask them. Ask them how
Mhm.
you can help.
Right.
Some of them, take donations, which helps them take veterans out on trips. Some of them just ask for, if you can volunteer some time,
Yeah.
volunteer a boat, or some of them have tournaments where they need people to bring boats to take veterans out.
Yeah.
So there's a number of different things you can do to help out. Even if you can't afford to monetarily help out, you
Mhm.
can volunteer. So, yeah, that's how you can support them. And these are the ones that Steve has so far: Disabled Veterans Outdoors, Warrior Catfishing, Falling Outdoors, and Patriot Catfishing Inc.
And like I say, we're not picky. We'll take all that wants to come in there. So we got room for it. We
Yeah.
can't get into that, but yeah, we'll take all the guys. I've actually talked around to the crappie guys. Generally I'm with the catfishing crew, so I know that these folks do this. But if there's a crappie organization out there that does this for the crappie side, get with me. We got a 10 by 10 booth waiting for you right now. So
There you go.
um, yeah, it's going to
So
be time.
yeah, so if you guys know of any people that, have veterans organizations that are reputable and like
Hmm.
actually, the only problem with charity is that some people use it for their own benefit. But if you
Right.
know you have one that, definitely is on par, and tell them about the Catfish Conference. Tell them that Steve will, give them a free booth. They don't have to pay for it. They just got to run it. That's all.
Yeah, we work with legitimate nonprofits. We don't, just won't bring anybody. We want to make sure you're legitimate
Yeah,
and
you
you're
have to
doing
have
the right thing.
501(c), right?
Yeah, yeah. We want to make sure you're doing the right thing for the right purpose.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and like I say, the veterans, yeah, I understand there's 22 veterans an hour or a day that commit suicide.
Yeah. Yeah, number 22. And there's actually a veterans company, Tackle 22,
Okay.
that's big down here in the Carolinas.
Hmm.
So yeah, awesome. Another awesome part of CatCon. Moving on, we have some awesome speakers coming up, guys. So you got catfish and crappie vendors, and I'm gonna pull them up and let Steve kind of talk about them a little bit. How about um, LaRon Washington Goldie?
Well, Ron Washington, yeah, I've known him for a little while. He's always wanted to go fishing with me. We finally got to go fishing this summer. Fished a
Funny.
tournament with him, and he's really, really energetic fella. He likes to help kids. He's got one of the largest nonprofit kid organizations. They raise money every year at this festival to buy backpacks and stuff for the kids to go to school with every year.
Oh,
So
awesome. That's cool.
he's going to be talking about, like, you getting the youth involved and grassroots fishing, things like that. I think he used to be maybe some kind of celebrity DJ or rapper or something back in his
Really?
early days. Yeah, him and his buddy that come down with me, they're very interesting likable guys, real good dudes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then we got Jeremy Mattingly.
Jeremy Mattingly, he's the fella I actually chose. I kind of looked around when I was looking for to even get into crappie into the Catfish Conference. I was looking at YouTubers, and he was the first guy I found. And
Oh, okay.
I actually seen him. I went down to a crappie expo down in Dale Hollow, Kentucky, and he was the MC down there. I didn't get a chance to talk to him there, but I seen what he was doing, and I liked what I seen, and so I called him the next day and kind of recruited him to kind of come in and help. He owns a little business called Crappie Monster as well. It's a jigs and things like that, and he also has On the Hook TV on the Pursuit channel, I think. So he goes around to different states and shows people how to crappie fish. So he's a wealth of information. He's the one we went out with, me and Hervé went out with the other day. And,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah, so he's a good speaker, and you can learn a lot from him.
And we'll have Landon Huggins and Noah Ishomer.
Yeah, I'm excited for these guys. We was at the Kansas City show, and I guess our youth is coming up behind us, and you don't really recognize. You really don't see it,
Right.
Immediately. But the little Huggins fella come up to me and says, "Man, I'd like to do a video, or I'd like to do a seminar." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And he gave me the idea of like, let's do a seminar because they're about 15 or 16 years old, I believe the young boys are. They want to do a seminar in catfishing through the eyes of the youth. And I thought
awesome,
that's a
man.
great idea with that. So, and
That's
of course,
pretty
everybody knows Noah Ishcomer. They're really all, I mean, the boys can fish. They might be 15, 16 years old, but they can fish. I mean, it's,
yeah, they've been taught well for sure.
yeah. But I mean, the youth, just like the veterans, the youth is right behind us. That's who's going to be running the show in a few years. So
Right on. And we'll talk a little bit more about the youth event that you got going on in a minute. But yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. And then you have Stephen Kreps and Chad Kreps.
Yep, these gentlemen here are kind of local. It's kind of funny because I went to school with their dad and their mom and dad, and
really,
yeah, and then they.
How old do you feel?
Yeah, I can remember back in the day, me and their dad used to run around just a little bit, but yeah, they're really good crappie fishermen, and they actually contacted me about 6-7 years ago, wanting to learn about catfishing, but their passion went more to the crappie side,
right?
And they've been teaching me how to do a little crappie fishing. They're really good anglers as well. That live scope, they've got that thing narrowed down. So if you want to learn some stuff about live scope, these guys will show you.
Oh, you just caught a lot of people's attention, I'm sure.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, they're single poling it and going, and they're targeting that fish out there. And
I saw what you and Hervé were doing. That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. I want it, but I can't afford it.
Well, I've had mine for like ever since it come out, but I've never really used it.
Yeah.
I've used it for catfish, but it works for crappie.
How about Shane Walzer?
Shane Walzer is a crappie fisherman, I believe, from North Carolina. He works for Catch the Fever Rods, but he's also a professional guide and tournament angler as well. Really good tournament fisherman. But look at the crappie he's got in that picture too. That's some good crappie. So
awesome.
You'll get a lot of good information from these are young guys too. These are the guys on the cutting edge. I know we've got some older folks out there, older crappie pros out there. Unfortunately, I couldn't talk any of them coming in, but the newer guys, they're the ones on top of their game right now. So that's the ones that we should be listening to for sure. They're the ones. Like another young fella right there, a real hard-working man. He works hard and he plays hard, but look at the fish he's got right there. I chose him because I've been watching him for a little while. He catfishes a little bit too, but he kind of got a hold of me and says, "Where can I find?" And this was last year sometime. Where can I find some crappie at? And that's when I started noticing fishing for crappie a little bit more and more. Because you think if you're friends with Steve, you're most likely going to be catfishing, but somehow these guys are turning into crappie a little bit. They start out at catfishing and they end up at crappie. But yeah, I'm excited for Dwight to talk about it too. He's always on the fish.
Awesome. I'm excited to learn about crappie too, man. And we got back to the catfish side. You got oh, I got a banner up over here. Hang on a second. How do I rookie? There we go.
Yeah.
Ryan Casey and Roy Harkis.
Yeah, these are some old school boys right here. These are the guys that have been around forever. They fish the Mississippi River a lot. They're good anywhere they go. Ryan Casey has a guide service called Show Me Catfishing Guide Service.
Uh-huh.
Um, and Mr. Roy is a farmer actually, but he lives on the Mississippi River. He's always competing with. He fishes with Bill Dance a lot, so they're real knowledgeable about the Mississippi River and how to do the bumping and the anchoring and dealing with current and such like that. You'll learn a lot from them guys.
You got a whole panel here of celebrities, man.
Yes, sir.
You got Casey Turturo, Mike
Tutoro.
Mitchell, Donnie Fountain, and James Patterson.
Yep. James Patterson, if you guys don't know, he's probably the guy that invented bumping. Uh, years
Wow.
ago, yeah. One that taught Bill Dance how to fish
Really?
as far as catfishing is concerned, you know. Yep.
Oh.
And then Donnie Fountain, he's just another old school catfish angler. I remember when he first started, he was fishing out of a little bitty old sea arc, and now he's got a big old monster cat, and he wins all kind of tournaments you can see. But he travels around the United States. He's a soft-spoken fellow, but he's very knowledgeable, and he can put some fish in the boat. Mike Mitchell, he's another soft-spoken fellow, but you see what he's holding in his hands there. He can show you what. And Casey Turo, he's the hottest guy on the scene right now. He just went down and smoked a bunch of boys on the Mississippi River on that Helena tournament. That
Oh, okay.
big
Yeah, yeah,
tournament.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, this boy he done went out and caught him like his limit by 8 o'clock in the morning. Was sitting back there with his feet up, waiting on everybody else to get back.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. Casey's a good guy. He's a hard working fella too. You know, he works hard and plays hard. You don't see him much, but when you do, he makes a show of it. So that panel right there, what we're going to do is just ask them questions like from the audience. What do you want to know from all these guys? And then they're just going to kind of discuss back and forth.
Right on. And then the last, we got Tim Scott coming too.
Tim Scott.
You know, he's been a regular for all four conferences here the past 2 years.
Yeah, and I normally don't do that, but Tim's
Tim's a special dude.
Yeah, yeah, he's very knowledgeable, and I think a lot of people learn a lot from him. I don't know what I'm doing with Tim just yet. I may do some private stuff in the back room for some people if they want to do some. I'm trying to figure it out yet.
You know, we still have that pizza after CatCon option we can talk about later.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Captain Terry Rogers. Everybody knows this guy's face.
Yeah, he's a Ohio River, Mississippi River guy down around the confluence. Another easygoing guy, just likable as heck, and you know he catches fish all up and down the river. And he's got a big old sea arc. He has I think Hooked on Cats is his guide service.
Yep.
And he's got a big, like 26-foot sea arc boat.
And he usually works in the monster booth with you too.
He does. He's on my pro staff. He'll be there this year. We actually had a lot of requests for Terry to be a speaker this year, so Terry's got a big fan base.
Awesome. Yeah.
But that's what can happen at the Catfish Conference. You just can, become and help do things. You start to get seen and known, and people like you, and it just grows.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So here is a now there was one the Whitey Outlaw is out. So if you see him on there, guys, that one's out. But here's the schedule. I know it's kind of small. And somebody mentioned that the website hasn't updated the seminar speakers, so maybe Hervé can can update the website. But this is on Facebook, guys. But you can see the times there for the crappie vendor or the crappie speakers
Mhm.
seminars. And we'll get that on the website ASAP. And
And
then
I'll have a replacement for Whitey here soon too.
you got the catfish seminars here.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like they start at 10 a.m. and they go all the way to the end both days. And then you see the something special there at 5:30. That's hard to see there. What's that say? Golden Whisker Awards. Okay, that was a good segue. So we will have the Golden Whiskers Award, the third annual. It's hard to believe that it's on the third year of the Golden Whiskers Award, Steve. It's crazy.
Yeah, your first year you was just online. The second year
I was
you was
sitting
live.
right here in this house.
Yeah.
The guys have already got the awards here. They're green this year. They're all ready to go. Um, we did something different this year, and I had a whole show about this, but we had a nomination committee this year, 10 individuals, diverse individuals made up of men and women and anglers and YouTubers and non-YouTubers to select videos for nomination. We also took recommendations from the general public so that their voice was heard, and we came up with nominations that people have been voting on. We have over 600 votes in so far, which is twice what we had last year, which is awesome. But yeah, and we've already got improvements to make for next year. So,
Mhm.
Steve, as you know, anytime you do anything cutting edge or new, or you try to up the ante, there's always bugs in it, and people
Yeah.
nitpick stuff, right? And
Hmm.
so we had that with the Golden Whiskers this year, but that just tells me this, that people take it seriously and people like it, and we're going to take that opportunity to just make it even better on the fourth annual Golden Whiskers.
Oh, people take it seriously. Did you see the video Hervey put out with him walking across the CatCon floor last year, and then he just happened to walk by your Golden Whisker Awards, and apparently Has or somebody won it, but I mean, the whole room exploded. Has walked down that aisle like he was at the Grammys.
Yeah, he
That,
deserved that award. Yeah,
yeah, and Tim Scott,
yeah,
you could not have touched those medals he had around his neck. I mean,
yeah. And
it,
that makes me proud. Like I don't. I'm just happy that people are happy with it, and that
yeah.
we're doing something that brings joy to people. And I know people get nominated, they don't win, they may be upset, but that even if they're upset, it's like that means that's kind of a good thing because they want to win it.
We got to work harder.
Yeah, well, and that a lot of people say it's a popularity vote, and unfortunately, when you're on YouTube, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You have to make great content so people will love you and vote for you. So,
Well,
yeah,
it's the same as my little award. It's the People's Choice Award. People are going to vote
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
not,
what,
not,
what did Chris saying? Why does Kevin gotta call me out like that? I don't know what he's talking about.
not
Chris keeps me honest. But yeah, guys, I'm so excited about this. I got a brand new suit this year, and we have Green Golden Whiskers Awards this year. And also Freddy's Outdoor Adventures is making the big award. He's doing wood burnings for the bigger awards, like the Hall of Fame and the Creator of the Year. So, we had those glass awards last year, but so Freddie's helping us this year. So thanks to FOA Customs, and thanks to all the sponsors who have sponsored an award this year and helped me pay for all this stuff because it's expensive. So thank you all for that. You can still help sponsor Golden Whiskers Awards because even though we got sponsors, you still the price is huge for this kind of stuff. So just email me and let me know if you want to sponsor the show in general. But all the awards have been taken care of. Everybody is awesome. They took care of me, Steve. So
That's good.
Yeah, I mean, this community is awesome.
It is. It
But
is.
that'll
I'm
be it.
hoping we're going to grow it with adding a few crappie.
Yeah. So
Well,
next year, guys, so we're gonna include crappy YouTubers next year.
come
So
on, you want to say crappie.
we say crappy here in South Carolina.
Yeah, but you want to say crappie though.
Saying crappie feels weird. It
Saying
feels
crappie feels
weird.
weird. I take a crappie every day.
Well, I take 2 or 3 crappies a day if we're gonna go around that road. No, but yeah, guys, I'm just happy to be doing it. And thank you for all the support. And
Mhm.
that it turned into something crazy, and I usually tell the story at the beginning of the awards, but it started out as a crazy idea. Um, Mike has said, "Hey, why don't we do a fun award shows? Call it Palomino Awards or something," and then I kind of took it too seriously from then, and then Tom from LG Bass came up with the name, and here we go. Now we're getting medals and taking votes and all kinds of crazy stuff. So anyway, it's awesome. There's Derek Ellis, Catfish Cook-Off champ, tuning in. Can't wait to see y'all.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Derek, I had to have that thing on a Friday. I hope that doesn't affect you, man, but I had to have that on a Friday this year. Just logistics. I got too many pots in the fire, irons in the kettle. How's that say? Go.
Gilmore Award. Yeah. Yeah. So, guys, if you, I think you just called me crazy. No, I call both of us crazy. But yeah, guys, if somebody would post that link in the chat so people can go vote, I'd like to see 1,000 votes for that thing. That would just be awesome. And some of the categories are very tight, Steve. Very. I mean, I'm talking about like 37.1% of the vote for first place and 37.2% of the vote.
Ah,
I mean, that's that close. Like we're one or two votes away from it could be whoever. So that's kind of cool.
do we know who's running in the race? You can.
Yeah. I did a show about it. If anybody wants to kind of see the show, or you can go vote, and I've linked every single video. It took a long time, guys. So I hope you're clicking on them. Steve's up for Boat of the Year, by the way. Go vote for
I
Steve.
didn't even know that. How's that happen? I didn't even know that.
You got nominated by the committee. You got nominated.
I
So
didn't know
vote.
he knew who I was.
Better hush. But yeah, so definitely there will also be Freddie just brought it up. He's jumping the gun. There'll be a vendor showcase, best of category, best of show. This is new.
This is new. It's kind of exciting. I wish we had a little bit more play in it, but we're starting to get a few. I've got 5 or 6 already coming in there, and I think people's going to get used to it. But once we do this, I think it's going to be another one of those things where it's going to be people are going to take it real serious. But we kind of do this to kind of help bring light to a new product or a new brand. I mean, it can't hurt anything to be
Nope.
named best of show or best of category uh,
Yeah.
in a huge venue like this. So it's really meant to be fun, but it also is kind of a networking, promotional kind of thing for our vendors to showcase new products that they brought out throughout the year. We want to be that person. We want to be that platform that people want to come to introduce their new products.
So how does that work? Who votes for that?
Again, a lot of irons in the fire, as Nikki said.
TBD.
Yeah, I've got to find. I think I've got 4 or 5 judges. I have to look at my rules and I tell you the Glenn from ACA helped me do brainstorm this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the. I think I'm gonna have to find 5 judges, and I'm gonna have to find 5 judges that are non-biased. So I may have to go out and yeah, I have to figure that out.
That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I mean, it's just a new thing we're trying. I will, how you say, scale it down and get it right. Hopefully, the first year might be some kinks in it, but we're not aiming to do anything bad for anybody.
Yeah. Well, here is a full list of vendors. There might be more, but this is what I found. So you don't have to read all of them, Steve. But
Yeah, I've added about 4 more. So we've got close to, if not over 90 vendors. And there's probably going to be 20 crossovers, 30 nothing but crappie, and the rest of them will be catfish stuff. So we got a good lineup of a lot of get anything crappie or catfish. The only thing we are lacking on, and I can't get these crappie guys to understand, is the rods. None of the rod brands want to come in to sell their rods like Tangle with Catfish or Catch the Fever and or the catfishing community. But I'd say again, once we
because I'll tell you, I'm in the market for 2 crappie rods. I'm in the market, so
I'm in the market for some rods too. I need to buy some rods for this dock shooting contest, and I don't know what to buy.
And I'll even say it the wrong way. If you're a crappie vendor and you're listening, contact Steve and bring some rods because I know nothing about crappie rods. The only crappie rods I've heard of, the ACC crappie rod, and I've heard of Catch the Fever's precision crappie rod.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And right now, I'm Catch the Fever. I'm gonna support my catfish people, but I'm gonna walk around if I get a chance and try some out and feel them. So. And that's the beauty of the Catfish Conference. So any crappie people listening, that's the beauty of it is people can go around and lift your rod up and hold it and feel it, and put it in their hands. So you're missing out. I'm just saying.
And they can take it with them. You ain't got to pack that thing up, take it to the post office. You can sell it right there.
Yeah, no shipping, no putting it in a tube or nothing like that.
Yeah, but I mean, like I say, it's going to take. I'm going to have to show everybody that I can do just as good a job promoting the catfishing, the crappie as I can the catfishing. So I think it's going to be a great event. And it's if you miss it, you miss it. There's always next year.
Yeah,
it'll be bigger next year.
Fracture says Yankees got Kevin saying crappie instead of crappie. I know. I'm trying to appeal to more people. In Louisiana they call them sacalade.
Oh, really?
And in Florida, they call them specs.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I like J.G. Hill. That's a good, Steve. That might be something. Unless he copyrights that, hold it, feel it, buy it.
Hold it, feel it, buy it. There you go.
That's awesome. Tell us about the boats we can see there.
Of course, Sea Arc. They're going to have their thing. I think they do have a new boat that they're going to be introducing this year, and I think it's either a crossover or it's just mainly a crappie fishing boat. It's not designed to be a catfish boat. I don't believe it's their crappie boat.
I saw that on their Facebook page. I think.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, but and then we have a Days Marine, which they have a Vexus boat. That's a pretty good looking boat too, and it's reasonable. You can get a nice boat for about 40 grand. That's a nice motor, everything. We have the Monster Cat coming in.
Ooh, that's a nice boat. I like that one.
And Crestliner.
Crestliner, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
And Express boats. So that's the lineup on the boats. I've tried to get, and the crappie guys are actually using bass boats too to fish out of.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So, like I say, next year it'll have to be bigger with the crappie side. We'll see that we're serious about promoting that too.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure that the first Catfish Conference, you had people that could have come in that probably didn't.
Yeah.
And they saw the success and like, ooh, I need a piece of that action.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, fear of missing out, FOMO. Some people will experience. Here's the layout, Steve. I know it's kind of small, but has that kind of changed any?
Yeah, not a little bit. Over towards the left has changed quite a bit. Up the top, there's everything. I'm pretty full, to be honest with you. I've got a little bit at the top where you see there, a little bit of that left, and I've got a little bit to the left of Sea Arcs available too.
So on the right side, those circular tables, is that still where we're doing the?
Yeah, that's the seminar and the Golden Whisker Awards.
And on the left one, that's the crappie seminars?
That's the crappie seminars, yep.
All right.
And
And
then
I'm sorry, guys, I can't zoom in on this on StreamYard, but you can see it on Facebook if you want to download it.
you walk at the very bottom, you see the entrance between Dry Creek Marine and Unlimited Marine. You're going to walk in. That's one of the entrances in the front parking lot that you'll come in. And then, of course, the entrance in the back is the back parking lot once the front parking lot fills up.
Yeah. So, and guys, these bathrooms over here on the side, close to the round tables, are very small. I worked them bathrooms, son. I had food poisoning that Friday. So,
Oh yeah.
where's the YouTube booth? Oh, okay, I can kind of explain it. If you look at the bottom right, it says YouTube Rally Space. It's right by the Monster Rod Holder booth. It was
Yeah.
the same place it was last year.
Yeah, and we've had to move that up due to fire reasons and stuff, but we'll have it'll all work out. We'll have plenty of space.
Said looks like Muddy River has moved. It's so small I can't see it. I don't even know where they
Now Muddy River's same place.
are. Yeah, I think they're just confused because it's moved up a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to see that and expand it yourself, you can. Tell me about this. This is cool.
This is our dock shooting contest that we're going to do. This is a drawing that made from Brian St. Almo, which is from the Cat Masters. He actually owns a dock company. That's what he does for a living. And I just called him and said, "What's with this dock shooting?" And it's a big thing in crappie fishing, is dock shooting. Um, and I've looked around for, you can Google dock shooting contest. I figured there was already existed. But apparently, this old cat fisherman is the one that's going to invent dock shooting as
Uh-huh.
far as a contest. I know it exists now in angling, but
Uh-huh.
I'm going to come up with a contest just to make it fun. I've just recently bought a 21 by 42 swimming pool and cut it down to about a foot so I can make it about 4 inches deep. And we're going to
Yeah.
put docks right in the middle of it.
And I'm currently getting a bunch of cups and buckets and stuff, and we're
Yeah,
gonna do a point system.
yeah, we're going to do it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We're winging every bit of this, guys. But then again, this is just to be fun. It's just have things to do and spread the love. I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna have enough room with that swim pool that I might have. Chris is making me some rings out of some kind of round floaty stuff, and I'm gonna put them in the one side of it for the kids and let the kids kind of come in and
Oh,
maybe
that's cool.
get something in the ring. We might be able to get them a prize too. It's just something again to keep the theme of what we got going on and
Yeah.
hopefully one of these days make a kid happy that he won a prize at a little fishing show and
Yeah, man.
he's buying a Sea Arc boat 20 years from now. So
Yeah, I'm trying to find it's either gonna be I don't know. I've tried to look on Amazon and stuff, but I'm trying to find something that dings when you hit it. Like, you ever seen those targets that people shoot at, the steel targets?
uh-huh.
And so if you're casting with a jig and you hit one, it'll make a sound.
Ah,
And I think that's cooler than going in a cup. So if I can find that kind of stuff cheap enough, maybe I can find some people with some metal or something.
yeah.
And then when they ping it, the bigger targets will be worth less points, and the smaller targets will be worth more points. But maybe we can do like 100-point system or something. But
And
I
I'm,
think
I'm gonna bring cables in and fish baskets and rope and stuff, and I'm just gonna hang stuff off of it, and I'm gonna give you some obstacles to shoot through.
yeah, plate targets. Yeah, that's what I need, Matt. Yeah. Can't call me or text me later. I'm thinking we might have. Okay, cool, Josh. I'll call you. Um, and then I think that's another place that the crappie vendors are missing out too. Is they could have one of their rods sitting there, and people can dock shoot with their rods.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, come on, you're giving them real experience. Using anyway. I digress.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I've been dealing with. I mean, a lot of the guys I've got involved are good, but there's still people, they're still part of the crappie industry, kind of standoffish a little bit. They're going to have to wait to see
Yeah.
what we can do.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't
actually,
I don't blame them.
yeah, one of the last things I wanted to upside down bells. Yeah, that's a good idea. This is probably the coolest thing for kids. People like doing stuff for kids. The Catfishing Academy. Kind of tell us about that.
Well, we've got several of the folks that are doing seminars and just other leaders of the industry coming in for, I think, 90 minutes to kind of hang out with kids that might want to learn how to tie hooks and different methods of fishing, and it's like Cat Matt Jones kind of come up with this. This is
Uh,
his he had a forum years ago of Catfish Academy, and he's always really liked to teach people how to fish. So he's gathered this group of Terry Rogers, Mike Mitchell, Ryan Casey, Nick DeShano,
wow.
himself, and I'm not sure who the lady is. I'm sure you'll tell me.
Lex Ann.
Yeah.
She pro staff for Mad Cats, I believe.
Okay. And then the gentleman down at the bottom, I believe he owns G&S Cheese Bait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
it's just going to be a really, really fun time, I believe. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of wanting it to be over, to be honest with you, so I can relax and go fishing and stuff. I mean, it takes a lot out of me because I do all this old school.
Yeah.
The Photoshop, I don't have, these other shows do things the right way. I just do things my way. So, I know if you like, if you're a vendor, most shows, will ship you something saying, hey, you're a vendor, here's a packet. I'm gonna give you the packet when you show up Thursday that's the difference. But we still get things done. We can get the people there, and it's a great time.
Yeah.
Uh, I just do things a little differently than most shows.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's going to be awesome. I
Mhm.
mean, just the level of upgrades that have happened since this time last year are phenomenal. I mean, you've had great ideas, and it's just, I don't know. I think I think this more than the other site, wherever it may be next year. Like this is the home. This is the OG one. This is the
Yeah.
one that everybody comes to. Everybody looks forward to, and it's kind of like home base.
Hmm.
So I think even if you didn't have all this extra stuff, people would still be really excited about coming. But the extra stuff really says a lot about your commitment to the community, and not only the catfish community, but now the crappie community. So
Well, I don't want things to get stale, and I've been doing catfishing for 20 years. I love catfishing. Don't get me wrong, but it
yeah,
seems like catfishing is kind of, I don't want to say it's not growing, but it needs a mixing up.
yeah,
Needs a kick, and I don't want to say crappie's the end all of everything, but just adding crappie to the mix, I think is just gonna be so much better for it all.
yeah. I did have a question. Do you so you said a lot of cat fishermen are also crappie fishermen. Are crappie fishermen also cat fishermen?
I don't know why they wouldn't be. I really don't know why they wouldn't be. If not, we're hopefully going to change some things. I mean, they would take. I really don't know. The guys that the crappie fishermen I know of said they like to catfish, but
Yeah,
whether they do it, to our level or not, I don't know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then for 2024, we can add shellcracker.
2024 had Shellcracker. Well, I mean, Shellcracker can come on in there with the
I tried to slip that in there. That's all right.
Shellcracker, and I'm probably not opposed to letting a little bit of carp stuff slip in there, but
There you go. Oh,
I'm
you now you're gonna excite people if you do that now.
I'm not interested in the bass. You can get the bass stuff anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm I'm more into the country boy kind of fishing stuff, is what I want to call it.
You say the word carp around the right group, you'll have a whole nother
Yeah.
segment of people coming in. Robert Watkins said, "I started with cats, started crappie, but I love big cats still. Nice. Let's see. Big gear differences versus crappie and catfish. Yep. Pan fishing cats. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, so it's gonna be awesome. And about the dinner, guys, I know I really pushed that and had people vote on it and stuff. Look, we don't want to sell you anything that's so expensive and not worth it. Like if we were having prime rib and then it was going to be $46 a plate, that's something different. But the like Steve
Catfish
said,
nuggets.
yeah, there's catfish nuggets for $40. It's not worth it. And you know, unfortunately, like Steve said, these big convention centers want to charge you an arm and a leg for everything.
Yeah.
So we may or may not be ordering some pizza after the Golden Whiskers Awards and hanging out. So just stay tuned for that.
But if I can make that happen, see, the thing is with those convention centers too, they're only not high priced, but they have certain people that they work with. So I have to work with this company called Levy, and
Yeah.
their food, and I had to even get their permission to go in there and cook catfish for a catfish competition. I had to really beg for that, even though nobody's being served. That's the kind of things I have to deal with in these big venues.
Yeah. I mean, they charge like $300 for internet and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh, it's nuts.
Yeah. But y'all check it out. If you haven't had a chance to get your stuff yet, here is the Catfish Conference website. I tried to type in catfishconference.com, but it only responds to catfishandcrappieconference.com now. So check it out. You can check out more info. You can buy tickets there. Hervey's got a video here you can watch that kind of gives you the breakdown of what you need to do to get ready to come. Um, the vendors haven't been, I didn't know that, but they hadn't been, or not the vendors, the speakers haven't been updated, but I'm sure Hervey will be working on that. You get all that information, or you can also go to Facebook and go to the Catfish Conference on Facebook if you have it, and you can check out all the information. There's the podcast that Dieter Melhorn did, Catfish Cook Off. All this information is on here. So if you have a chance, if you do Facebook, go check that out.
Yeah, any updates I do during the day, and I don't try to shoot too many updates every day, but when I do it, it's either going to be on my site, my personal site, Steve
Yeah.
Douglas, or the Catfish Conference, and then I share back and forth. But you can probably find more updates there than you can on the website. But you can find host hotels and
Yeah.
the important stuff on the website.
Yeah. If you need sponsors, do you need any sponsors for the kids shootout? I guess is what he's trying to say.
I don't know what to shoot. I'm just going. Yeah, we need sponsor. We need stuff for the kids for sure to give away. I mean, it's not going to be. I mean, they could be 3 to 5 years old trying to shoot, and if they can get close, I'd like to give them a little something, something, if you know what I mean.
There you go.
But yeah,
Steve's email is catfishinginfo@gmail.com, or you can email me, palmettocats@gmail.com, whichever's easiest for you.
yeah, and
Um,
little kids, little stickers and things. That's all they're interested in. They,
yeah, cute stuff.
yeah.
There was a question that's been rotating around a few times. We had that thing where people bought tickets and then the VIP thing popped up.
That's going
Uh,
to be a Hervey question, but I'm sure I think what I seen too is where if I bought regular tickets, how can I get to the VIP?
right.
We're gonna have.
Or if I bought the VIP after buying regular tickets, can I get a refund or things like that?
Yeah, that's going to be a Hervey question, and like I say, I don't take care of that part. I kind of know that Hervey's been working that, but the VIP, if you want to know the difference, a regular ticket gets you through the door. VIP ticket, I think, gets you through the door, plus gets you a lanyard with your name specially on it, shipped to you prior to the event. And I think you get to come into the conference an hour early before any of the rest of the crowd comes with the
Oh,
VIP.
okay, cool,
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, we open up an hour early just for them folks. So,
Okay, interesting,
mhm.
awesome. And then there was what else did I see? Is there any special way you got to tag the video for the CatCon video promo?
Now just send it to me, and you can send it to me in my email. If that's what she's talking about, her doing her video, she can send it to me, or you send it to you, and you can send it to me as long as we see it.
Uh-huh.
And if she can bring it to my attention, if she don't see it posted on the Catfish Conference over there, then she can say, "Hey, why didn't you post my video?" And I'll go do it.
You can also do in your tags, you can tag the Catfish Conference YouTube page handle, which is at Catfish Conference. YouTube came out with those new handle things there, and so when you do that, it tags people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, still waiting to get your VIP ticket. Yeah, I'm sure he's working on that. And Hervé and Steve, guys, the customer service is excellent with Catfish Conference, Monster Rod holders, and Steve and Hervé are going to take care of people no matter what. So if you're worried about it and stuff hadn't worked out yet, just get to the Catfish Conference, and we'll work whatever out we got to work out.
We'll get it figured out.
Steve and Hervé, I've known for over 2 years now, which isn't long, but in those 2 short years, I mean, those guys are honest and top notch, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, we don't never try to pull the wool over nobody's eyes on a purpose deal, but we get busy and we try to get to everybody as quick as we can.
And Steve and Hervé talk all the time, so I'm sure he'll bring it up to him as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a small operation. I don't think a lot of people realize that. It's basically you and Hervé, and I help out on the side a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah, like I say, Hervé does the legal stuff, and I'm the one that calls all the vendors and tries to talk them into coming. The catfishing guys love it. They know it already. There's not much talking there, but it's been kind of new this year with me having to get the crappie guys, and you're talking to a guy. Most people say, "Hey, I'm Steve Douglas." They know who they're talking to, but you say Steve Douglas to a crappie guy, and they're like, "Huh? Okay, who's this guy? What's he want now?" So.
Yeah, man, I don't know if that'll get you in or not. If you say Chad Fields, I think you might get turned around there. He's banned from the Catfish Conference. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in. Steve, thanks for coming up here and breaking down the Catfish Conference for us. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Anna and I always look forward to this trip.
Well, I think it's going to be a good one. We got your cart all charged up, ready to go.
All right. Awesome. Well, y'all, thanks for coming in, and make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out. We're going to pray out before we go, but make sure you make that video if you want a chance to here's a good thing. Two Stands said, Kevin, I spoke with Hervé. He said they need to message him the main line with the order number so they can reimburse the right tickets. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the main line is.
I think it's the 270 number that you can get on the Catfish Conference Facebook page.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yep. So go to catfishconference.com, and the main number's on there. Message them, and there you go.
Yeah, we've been getting some stuff lost in the mail. I mean, that's not our deal. We put stuff in the mail, and we try to. But Chucky and Danny and all who I see some names there, just hang tight. We'll get you tickets. We'll make sure you get in. Whatever it takes. Just we got to know, but.
Yeah, just let them know, guys. I put everybody's email in there. If I can't answer the question, I'll forward it to Steve and Hervé, okay? All right, here we go. Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this night. Thank you for this conference and men like Steve and Hervé, and just thank you for this opportunity to come together and fellowship. And we just thank you for the resources you provide us, an opportunity to go to something like this and share camaraderie and fellowship, Lord. We give you all the praise, honor, and glory. It's in your name we pray. Amen. All right, everybody. You know the deal. Till next time, happy fishing.